morning, good evening, good afternoon, students and traders all around the world. This is FXFreedom broadcasting you live on YouTube. And this is Forex trading course, everybody. Remember, this is the foundation course. And remember that trading is a learnable skill. When we learn in the correct way the three pillars of this Forex course 101, pillar number one is the market. And we are trying to learn about the market with this basic module, beginner module, intermediate module, and this pillar, the market, is going to give us the number 3. You are going to graduate from this course when number 3 you have a complete understanding of how this market works, so you can analyze the market and make an educated prediction for the week, long or short. Pillar number 2 is the strategy. We are going to learn more about the strategies in the advanced modules, and the big one, it's called the trader. Talking about the trader more in the Forex course 202. And what do champion beginner traders always say? Champion beginner traders always say that I am not going to live and die on a trade by trade basis. And of course, this is a quote from Mark Douglas, everybody. Remember, you are going to graduate from this course when number 1, you have your chart set up and ready for trading. Number 2, you have your strategy in place, you understand why you win, why you lose. And number 3, you have a complete understanding on how this market works, so you can analyze the market and make an educated prediction. But also remember that it's going to take you approximately 1 year, if not more, and during this time never forget that 90% of traders all around the world lose money in the Forex market. Risk disclaimer, these streams are not trading or investment advice. We are here to educate everybody. Also remember that if your way is not working, why don't you try ours? For homeworks and or questions, you have my Gmail contact, my Skype contact, and you can follow me on TradingView. Today we are going to talk about the last one. We are going to finish talking about the AUD/CHF and the contrarian. But today, everybody, we have trading Fibonacci numbers, the confirmation Fibonacci and the rules, right? Wow, right? Wow. So take a screenshot of this and type in the chat done. Okay. So we are going to do a quick recap. The original Fibonacci, everybody. Number 1, we use the original Fibonacci to determine trend direction. Number 2, then we compare trend direction from the larger time frame to the lower time frame. Number 3, the last thing we need to identify in what zone are the Fibonaccis on the larger time frame and the smaller time frame. Rule for high probability trades: we should always enter in extensions and in the same direction. All other trades are low probability trades. Talking about high probability or low probability, don't mix apples with bananas. We are talking about the Fibonaccis, okay? Not trading in general. So here you have the daily time frame, and the original Fibonacci is down. And here you have the 1 hour, 2 hour time frame, and the Fibonacci is also down. So the confirmation time frame, which is the daily in this example, and the trading time frame, which is the 1 hour, 2 hour chart, are aligned. So for high probability trades, we should always enter in extensions and in the same direction. Okay? Type in the chat, everybody, done, so we can move forward. Take a screenshot, make a photo. Okay. Hello, Queen, how are you? Happy Monday, Tuesday, happy Wednesday. Done, okay. Next. Then we learned about this guy in here. It's called the contrarian Fibonacci. So we still have the daily from before, right? Remember the picture? And we still have the 1 hour, 2 hour time frame. Done, thank you very much. So we use the contrarian Fibonacci to, number one, trade retracements, which is risky, and number two, to find the confirmed C on the original Fibonacci. Now this is a little bit complex, but still doable, right? Trading rules until the extension of the, remember this is not capital D, it's small case letter, until the the extension of the contrarian Fibonacci is still inside the capital A, capital B boundary, which is this one, A, B, and the D, right, the black one, the D is still inside the AB boundary of the original Fibonacci, you are entering trades with probability 50-50. So if you have a contrarian Fibonacci like this, and your D extension of the black one is still inside the AB boundary, and you are going to short the market with the counter trend line break, candlestick formations, whatever, you are entering still a 50-50 trade. Number two, which is the example in here on the 1 hour, 2 hour chart, if you can find a contrarian Fibonacci with the projected D extension, small letter, above or below the A, so in here, this is the original Fibonacci on the 1 hour, 2 hour chart, this is the A, but the D extension it's above the A, the capital A, so you are entering 80 to 85 probability trades. Clara said done. One more time, don't confuse 80% on the Fibonacci. This doesn't mean that you have an 80% trade in general, okay? Those measurements, okay, those are statistical measurements on the Fibonacci as a tradable pattern. Number three, when you find the capital C, your stop loss should go 10 to 100 pips below or above the A of the original Fibonacci, and your take profit should go 10 to 100 pips below or above the capital D of the original Fibonacci. So like in here, we have a confirmed C, stop loss goes above the A, capital A, and white goes to white, take profit goes a few pips before. Number four, when you find the C, you should check the trend direction from the larger time frame and compare it to the lower time frame prior to entering a trade. So if I'm going to short the 1 hour, 2 hour chart, how is the daily positioned? Okay, number five, the last thing you need to do is to identify in what zone are the Fibonacci's on the larger time frame. So the 1 hour, 2 hour chart might be in a down extension, but the daily might be still in a retracement. Okay, so alignment is the key word. And things to remember, the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. The Fibonacci is stronger than the trend line, everybody. Talking about direction, the Fibonacci is stronger than the trend line. You want to buy or sell the C's and take profit at the D's, original one. You find the C using the contrarian Fibonacci. Number five, we are in extensions when the market has found its C and the trend has shifted. 5.2, the market broke the counter trend line break. Some of you know, some of you don't know. The market has crowned. We are going to learn the crown. And best scenario is, of course, to have all of those. Okay? Type in the chat done. Take a screenshot. Make a picture, photo with your cell phone. And starting from today, okay, Give me a second, everybody. So we have this one, the contrarian. There you go. The confirmation Fibonacci, everybody. The Fibonacci of the confirmation. Take a screenshot, take a photo. You're going to like this one. Those are the three Fibonaccis. You have the original one, capital. This is the daily time frame from the previous pictures. You still have the capital A, capital B. You have the black one, which is the Fibonacci, the contrarian, and now you have the Fibonacci of the confirmation. Okay, we call it sub A, sub B, sub C, sub D. We use the Fibonacci of the confirmation to 1.1 to re-enter trends when we have missed the entry at the C. Wow, right? So this was up in here, or let's go on the chart, right? And AUD CAD maybe, you know, maybe AUD CAD indicators out. Delete this one. Okay, so let's say now this is the daily chart, and the entry, everybody, the entry was short line. This is one, this is the more aggressive one. Give me a second, let's make it okay. 1, 2, and even a little bit more aggressive short line. Okay, there you go. So this was the entry at the C. Okay, aggressive counter trend line break. But let's say that you just woke up, right? And you missed the best entry, you missed the C, okay? Or you were eating breakfast, or you were eating lunch, you know, or you were sleeping, whatever might be the case. So when we miss the best entry, okay, which is the crown on the C, then we are going to use the Fibonacci of the confirmation. Not this one. There you go. So we are using the Fibonacci of the confirmation to re-enter trends when we have missed the entry at the C. 1.2 to confirm the extension from the original Fibonacci of the larger time frame and the smaller time frame. In other words, everybody, the confirmation Fibonacci is a sub-swing on the original one, okay? And good news, the confirmation Fibonacci goes in the same direction, okay? So the original one is the foundation, the contrarian goes against the original one, but the Fibonacci of the confirmation goes in the same direction as the original Fibonacci. And don't freak out, we are going to talk about this 100 times. Okay, oh, this is complex. I know, welcome to the club. Try to learn it. It's no big deal in the end, makes sense? But you can see from the picture that the market, so this was the Fibonacci, the original one, and then the market was in a retracement, but then the trend changed and started to make lower lows, lower highs. And here, if you didn't enter at the C, then you could have entered at with the Fibonacci of the confirmation. Trading rules still the same until the de-extension of the contrarian Fibonacci is still inside. So this is number 1 is the same, number 2 is the same, number 3 is the same, number 4 is the same, number 5 is the same, number 6 it's new. When you arrive at the point where the de-extension of your Fibonacci of the confirmation is above or below the D, capital D, of the original Fibonacci, you should take profit at the D of the original Fibonacci. Shola, please sir, number 4 and 5 is not well understand. Please show us in live chart. Number 4 and 5. When you find the C, you should check the trend direction and compare it. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Shola, what currency pair do you want? Type in the chat. And remember, it should not be a currency pair in consolidation. Okay? Don't type USDCHF, don't type GBP CAT, don't type AUDNZD. Okay? We're going to talk about number 4 and 5. Okay? Or anybody else for what matters, type in the currency pair that you want to check with the original Fibonacci. And remember, you are building your charts, everybody. You should have so far your original Fibonacci on the monthly, weekly, daily, and the time frame of your choice. And you should have your contrarian Fibonacci on the monthly, weekly, daily, on the time frame of your choice. And yes, everybody, I have a 20 seconds delay on the chat. So once you type in your chat, it's going to take 20 seconds for me to see. AUD CAD maybe, AUD USD, AUD USD, AUD USD maybe, everybody. I'm going to go on AUD USD this time. Okay. AUD USD. Just an example. Give it a second. Looks like in the J4X is slow so far. What do we have here? Too much stuff, right? This is not in here. 4-hour chart. Oh, not in here. So give me a second, everybody. Anyone? Okay. Daily chart. 4-hour chart down in here. Okay, so AUD USD monthly chart, everybody. Okay. Now this is, we are going to delete the yellow lines. Okay, or we are going to leave it, right? So AUD USD monthly chart, everybody. This is your chart. Remember, you are going to graduate from this course when you have your charts ready for trading, right? And contrarian Fibonacci is up in here. Contrarian Fibonacci, edit levels, and okay, everybody. So number 1, step by step, we have the original Fibonacci is this one. This is the contrarian, and guess what? Who is this one? This is the, on the AUD USD monthly chart, this is the Fibonacci of the confirmation. Okay, so step by step, this is going to be our capital A in here, and this is going to be our capital B. This is going to be text capital C, ABC, and somewhere down in here is going to be our, I mean, red goes to red, right? Long-term direction, capital D is going to be down here. So according to the Fibonacci's, this market long-term must fall. Can I take photo of settings of? Sure, sure. Of course, everybody, those are no secrets, make sense? Absolutely, everybody. Just ask questions, not a problem. Freedom, why don't you have 261.8 and 4618? I never use them. Okay, everybody. Those questions are reoccurring every year from year to year. Why do you have these settings? This is, I don't have any answer for you, everybody. I learned with those numbers, make sense? My mentors, my teachers were using those numbers, and I'm using those numbers, those settings. But if you ask me, oh, why do you have 14 and not 13? I have no idea. Fair enough? But those are the numbers about the retracement, extensions. Done. The contra fib, it's the same, Clara. It's all the same, just the contrarian is going to have different colors. Okay, everybody, you have the same numbers, but to have a better visual, we are going to color code them differently. But the original Fibonacci settings and the contrarian settings and the Fibonacci of the confirmation settings are all the same. Just J4X wise, just change colors, right? Okay. Now, so this is the ABCD. Now, this is the original Fibonacci, right? Now, the contrarian text. Just an example is going to be sub A, and we're going to make it smaller, right? Like 18. Sub A, clone. Up in here we're going to have the sub B, and clone. Edit label. We are going to have the sub C. Everybody, which one is the sub C? Is the first circle the sub C, or is the second circle the sub C? Talking about the contrarian Fibonacci, which one is the sub C? Somebody's typing, oh, I don't like the Fibonacci's, this is too complex. Don't worry, you don't need to necessarily use the Fibonacci's. Make sense, everybody? We have traders that are consistently profitable, not beginner traders, of course. We have advanced traders who are consistently profitable and they are not using the Fibonacci's. Make sense? Queen the second, absolutely, congratulations. So this is our sub C, and our sub D, everybody, clone, our sub D is up in here, right? Our sub D is up in here. First circle, no. What is the sub C? The sub C is the lowest point inside the sub A, sub B boundary after the sub B, before the market hits the appropriate sub D extension. You need to learn those rules, everybody. But those rules are boring. I'm sorry to tell you, but if you don't learn those rules, well, Fibonacci is not going to help you make money. Okay? The same rules apply to the C, the sub C. This is the sub A, this is the sub B. The sub C is the lowest point inside the sub A, sub B boundary. After the sub B, before the market hits the appropriate sub D extension. Okay, Shola and everybody else? This is the correct answer. Now, what is the probability of the market to hit the sub D, high or low? Not just right now, in general. What's the probability? You are learning still the 3 Fibonacci's. You have the original one going down. You have the contrarian pointing up. You have the confirmation one pointing down. What is the probability of this sub-base of this contrarian Fibonacci to hit the sub-D extension? Big or small? And with this answer, you are going to understand, everybody, why some of your friends and family, they bought AUD/USD. This was the trend line, right? This was the one, but then it was also the aggressive one back in time. Some of your friends and family, this was the visual. Make sense? This was the visual back in time, and some of your friends and family said, okay, now the market is clearly in an uptrend. The market broke the counter trend line on the monthly. The market stopped falling on the monthly. We are at the pivot point on the monthly, right? We are at past support in here, and we have a bullish candle from the monthly. This market is clearly going to go up. Make sense, everybody? A lot of your friends and family, okay, bought this candle here on the 1 hour, 2 hour, whatever time frame, you know, and then what happened? Small probability, exactly. Exactly. Julius, why? What do you think? This is where we are telling you, everybody, that trading the forex market, it's predictable to a degree. This is the skill. Understanding what is happening. Make sense? Julius, why? Everybody, let's make a poll. What do you think? Why this was an unnecessary loser? Okay? Those kinds of setups on the Fibonacci of the confirmation are losing trades 7 times out of 10. Statistically proven. No question about it. Remember, don't mix Fibonacci with trading in general. We're talking about the Fibonacci. Okay? We are not talking specifically about retracement trading and day traders and scalpers, and we are talking about how the Fibonacci works. How we are using the Fibonacci to understand this market. This is the conversation. Hedge fund trader Julius, what do you think? And everybody, we are going to build strategies. Make sense? You're going to see Fibonacci strategies too. We're going to give you, in the workshop, we're going to give you more than 10 strategies from different traders. You're going to have day trading strategies, scalper, swing traders, okay? And then you are going to try to build your own strategy that works, hopefully. Nobody? Okay. So, Julius and everybody else, and Shola was asking, well, it's not clear, right? So, give me a second. Shola, number 2, right? And 3 and 4. Okay. Everybody, number 2, if you can find a contrarian Fibonacci with the projected sub the extension above or below the A of the original Fibonacci, you are entering an 80% probability trade. When you can find the sub the extension, which is this one, above the capital A, then you are entering short, because the original Fibonacci is down. You are entering an 80% trade. Make sense? And the queen is saying great, the best. Queen is saying best. We have a confirmed C on the original one, so according to that probability, if we went long after that bull candle, the probability to win is less. Well, yes, not in general everybody, but talking about the Fibonacci, your answer is correct. Now, remember everybody, the entry on the C, the entry on the confirmed C, everybody, was in here. Agreed? Okay. And Julius, one more. And this is number 3, number 4, Shola. Okay. This is the monthly chart, everybody. And this is called spatial intelligence. You have this price action, okay, left rectangle, and you have this price action, the yellow rectangle. Julius and everybody else, how do you understand this price action? Does the red rectangle looks like the same to you? Not to get too specific and complex, right? But does the yellow rectangle looks like the same? What would you say? Is the market in the red rectangle moving up or down? And is the market in the yellow rectangle moving up or down? And fair enough, then we can go on the smaller time frame and check trends. So number 1, why is this a predictable loser? 7 times out of 10, everybody. And not talking in general, talking about the Fibonacci's. Okay? And we're talking about the monthly chart right now. No, see? Everybody, how somebody is mixing apples with bananas. A skilled day trader is going to buy in here and is going to win. We are not talking about this. We are talking about direction on the Fibonacci on the monthly chart. Julius, I don't understand. Well, everybody, number 1, we have the confirmed C, okay? Julius, did the market or did the market not break the counter trend line in here? It's a yes or no question. No problem, everybody, we are here to help you. Trader Julius, did the market or didn't the market break the counter trend line in here? Yes or no? Everybody, did the market break the trend line, the counter trend line? Yes or no? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Number 2, do we have a confirmed C? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Julius, pay attention. Is this triangle low? Is this low lower than this low? Yes or no? Julius, I want to hear from you. Queen says yes. Clara says yes. Is the right low lower than the left low? Julius, yes or no? And if the right low is lower than the left low, doesn't this mean something like this? On the chart, talking about trends. Right? Doesn't this look like something like this? So when you see a bullish candle and another bullish candle, right? Just an example. You have one candle and you have another candle and you have all the reasons. Julius says no. It's a lower candle, how not? Okay. Everybody, some of you say no, fair enough. Okay. You have here the widget. We are going to increase. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. I'm going to scroll the mouse. Julius, I'm going to scroll the mouse on the blue one. What's the number of the low? Type in the chat, everybody. What's the number of the candle? What is the low number of the blue candle? 0.69669. Agreed? Can you see it, everybody? 0.69669. Agreed, Julius? This is the low. Type in the chat, everybody. Type in the chat, yes, I can see it, or no, I cannot see it. You have the number in here, low. See in here, everybody, low. Whoops. Low, right? 0.69669. Yes, exactly. Okay, and if you scroll the mouse on the white one, it's low 0.699. So this triangle, the right one, it's a lower low. Okay. So one more time. Counter trend line break. Check. Confirmed C. Check. And the most important one, we were not in an uptrend anymore, we were starting a downtrend. So your friends and family who bought the uptrend, they were buying something that it's not. Make sense? This was an unnecessary loser. Okay, everybody? So, back to class and talking about the number 3, number 4. Okay, we're going to delete this one and delete this one and delete this one and this one. Okay, so we have the indicators, not the time yet. We have the sub A, sub B, sub C. Up there is sub D. And now, everybody, we have the Fibonacci of the confirmation. We are going to have, you can name it 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to name it sub A. There is no right or wrong. You can name it as you want it, not a problem. I'm going to have sub A and clone. I'm going to have edit label. I'm going to have sub B and clone. We're going to have the sub C, and finally clone. We are going to have the edit label sub D. Okay, everybody, which one is our sub A? Is the first circle our sub A, or is the second circle our sub A? Where should we start the Fibonacci of the confirmation? First circle, second circle. We need to start this sub A. And remember, the Fibonacci of the confirmation goes in the same direction compared to, in comparison with the original Fibonacci. First, exactly. Okay, so you learned this, right, everybody? So the same rules apply. This is our sub A. The first low, as soon as possible, after this sub A is going to be our sub B, and we are going to color code the Fibonacci of the confirmation with the same color. So this is our sub A, this is our sub B, this is our sub C, and green goes to green. Down in here, this is going to be our sub D. One more time, everybody. If you are asking why is this high, the sub C, what is the sub C? The sub C is the highest point, not necessarily a high, inside the sub A, sub B boundary, after the sub B, before the market hits the appropriate sub D extension. Julie's saying, yes, I said it's a low. Yes, sir. Okay, everybody? So, talking about AUD/USD monthly chart, everybody, and talking about the Fibonacci's, should you be looking to sell AUD/USD or should you be looking to buy AUD/USD? What's the answer? Don't mix apples with bananas. We are not talking, oh, I'm a retracement trader on the 15-minute chart. We are not talking about this. We are talking about general direction with the Fibonacci's. There was a time, everybody, try to understand this. There was a time that scalpers, day traders, and swing traders were buying AUD/USD on all time frames. Make sense? There was a time. Somebody had an easier job, somebody had a more difficult job. Now we are in a different market environment. The left rectangle, it's not the same as the right rectangle. Can you understand this, everybody? Type in the chat, yes, I understand, or type in the chat, no, I don't understand. Does those two look like the same to you, everybody? You don't need to be that smart, makes sense? Just visually, you know? Does the left side looks like the same? Looks like different to me. Makes sense? And now, scalpers and then traders and swing traders, they're going to do different stuff in here. But talking about the original Fibonacci that is pushing down and the Fibonacci of the confirmation and it's pushing down, you know, talking about directions, it's better to go short. Make sense, everybody? Oh, but don't, when I see yes, but you are mixing apples with bananas, we are talking about the Fibonacci's, everybody, not the same. Short to sell, very good, excellent. Okay, now this is the monthly, and let's say that we are trading the weekly. Okay, Shola was asking, it's not clear the number 3 and number 4. Okay, there you go. Now we are on the weekly, everybody. Okay, and we are going to color code this. So this was the original one. This is the Fibonacci of the confirmation. And remember what we are doing right now with the monthly and the weekly, you are going to do the same with the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart and the daily. This is the thought process. Make sense? So now here too, right, we have the weekly, and fair enough, we are missing the Fibonacci of the confirmation. Where was our first? I believe this was the Fibonacci of the confirmation. Edit levels, contrarian. I need to check the highs. Well, this was the high, and Fibonacci. Violet goes to violet. This was the second one, and this is the visual so far, everybody. AUD USD weekly chart. Okay, now the best point of the or from the Fibonacci of the confirmation is that, you know, we were on vacation, right? We were on vacation for 2 months and we missed this opportunity, everybody. Make sense? Just an example. We were on vacation. This is the weekly chart. We were on vacation for 2 months or whatever might be the case. Yellow out. Okay, and this was the entry on the C. This was the best entry, and it happened for real. Okay, on the original Fibonacci on the weekly chart, and when this happened, this was the risk. Blue and red. This was the risk, everybody, and now the reward is 1, and you know, oh, but I'm not trading on the weekly, boss. It doesn't matter. Try to understand the thought process. Shola is saying, if I have found confirmation, it is possible to market to still go and hit the extension of the contrarian Fibonacci, example this present chart. Answer is yes, but it's low probability. Make sense, everybody? 3 times out of 10 or 2 times out of 10, especially on the 4-hour chart and the 2-hour chart and the 1-hour chart, the market is going to crush the original Fibonacci. Make sense? And this is why the confirmation Fibonacci and the rules, we are telling you, don't trade from one time frame, trade from the trading time frame and the confirmation time frame. Make sense, everybody? Don't just blindly trade Fibonacci from the 1-hour chart or 2-hour chart, 4-hour chart. Try to confirm and find alignments. Okay? Boss, I don't understand. Okay. Maybe like this, right? Okay. This is the original Fibonacci on the daily. Edit levels, everybody. And this is the price action. Okay, this is the original Fibonacci, and the market does this and this and goes up and down and something like this, you know, and then does something like this. Change colors, blue, transparency like this, and okay. Now this is the daily chart. daily chart. Okay, now on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart. Okay, just an example. On the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart, you are going to have, again, you're going to have an up Fibonacci, and the price action is going to be something like this. Make sense, everybody? Just an example. So you are going to draw and put your contrarian Fibonacci on the chart. Okay, you are going to have your confirmed C like this down in here. You are going to have counter trendline break. You are going to see a change in the short-term trend on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart. Okay, you are going to enter the market, everybody, and you are going to buy. You are going to say, wow, great risk reward ratio. I have the original Fibonacci on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart is up. I can clearly see the short-term trend. It's not making lower lows, lower highs anymore. It's making higher highs, higher lows. You are going to enter, and then you are going to lose. Bam! Here is the question. Why did this happen? Type in the chat, everybody. We have 5 more minutes. This is the rule number 3 and rule number 4 that Shola is asking. It's not clear. We are telling you, before you enter a trade, go on the higher time frame and look if those two Fibonaccis are aligned. Are those two Fibonacci aligned, everybody? Yes or no? And if you say no, here is the question, why not? Why did you lose? If you don't understand this, everybody, you are going to say, oh, Fibonacci doesn't work. Fibonacci works, it has a confirmed edge, it's making money, but you need to learn it well and understand the rules. Everybody, why this was a loser? Why was this a loser? Do you know, everybody? Type in the chat, type I don't know. No, because on the daily we are exactly, congratulations to you, Dancy. So you had all the reasons, everybody. You had all the reasons to buy, but this circle is this circle. Look what you are buying. This is the value. This is the value of you learning that the higher time frame controls price action and movement on the smaller time frames. This is the father. Those are the kids. When the father says go to bed, those guys and girls go to bed. And if they're not going to bed, then it's going to be a different story, right? This is the grandfather. This is the father. You know? So the 1 hour and the 2 hour and the 4 hour. Oh, boss, but I have a confirmed C. It doesn't matter. It was not the right time. You have no alignments between the two time frames. Hedge fund trader Shola, does this make sense to you? Everybody, is this clear? You can have, and you everybody, not just you, let's say we, right? We as beginner traders, we are still losing big because we don't understand. I have a confirmed C and I have the Ichimoku and stochastic and MACD and super trend indicator. You can have all the reasons to go long if the higher time frame is telling you it's not the right time yet, then you are entering a low probability trade. Everybody, make sense? And here is the trader's problem. See this guy in here? See this guy in here? And here is the trader's problem. Sometimes you are going to do the wrong thing and you are going to win. Everybody. And now we have a problem. Why do we have a problem, boss? Because you entered prematurely and you got lucky. And don't tell me, oh, I knew, oh, I know this market. Make sense, everybody? You got lucky and you do 1, 2, 3 times and you think, oh, this is easy. Trading is a learnable skill, but it's not easy. Make sense? Okay, Shola, this is the number 3, number 4. Check the higher time frame and try to understand, oh, it's now the right time for us to go long. You could have the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour Fibonacci pointing up with the confirmed C and everything else that we learned from before. Counter trend line break, bullish candlestick formations in here. You know, now you have the confirmation Fibonacci 2. If you enter too soon, based on the confirmation time frame, you are going to lose. Because if you would check the confirmation time frame from the Fibonacci standpoint, you would understand that we are not in an extension yet, we are still in a retracement. Make sense, everybody? And some of you are still not learning well because somebody is going to say, oh, but this was an uptrend. This is no uptrend. I had yesterday private mentorship with the client, like you, everybody, and he was still losing big after 2 years because he was telling me, oh, this is an uptrend. This is not an uptrend. Not yet. Make sense, everybody? This is a retracement on the downtrend. If you didn't learn this skill, go back to Dukascopy YouTube webinar and find the lesson about relevant highs and lows. Relevant low, relevant high. Oh, but it's in an uptrend. Yes, it is, but not relevant. The market is still in a downtrend. Only and only when the market is going to break the relevant high, only then we are going to start to talk about the uptrend. So far, this is just a retracement. My question is 4 and 5. I know, Shola, it's all the same, makes sense? I said 3 and 4, I know, but I'm explaining to you the 4 and 5. Okay, everybody, you've learned this when we learned about the market wave 2. We learned about extensions, retracements. Okay. And one more time, when you find the C, you check the trend direction from the larger time frame and compare it to the lower time frame prior to entering the trade. Okay, Shola, is number 4 clear, everybody? Number 4, when you find the C, you should check trend direction from the larger time frame and compare it to the lower time frame before you enter the trade. This is number 4 that Chola was asking. When you find the C on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart, right? When you find the C, you should check the trend direction from the larger time frame prior to entering the trade. Was the trend direction up or down? This is the skill, everybody. Okay, we are going to work more on the Fibonacci of the confirmation tomorrow, everybody. Until tomorrow, stay strong and trade for freedom. Exactly. Don't trade for money, trade for freedom. You want to be free, right?